Hello everyone! Welcome po sa ating Math Isip YouTube channel where you can find free Tagalog mathematics tutorial. Our lesson for today is all about addition and subtraction of rational algebraic expressions with different denominators. This is part 2 of our previous upload on addition and subtraction with same denominators din po. So, if you haven't watched that, you can check out our previous upload or you can check the playlist para po updated tayo sa mga pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga lessons. And let me remind everyone to please click the subscribe button pag hindi pa po tayo nakasubscribe para po lagi tayong updated for new videos. And for our fellow teachers, if you are interested with our PowerPoint presentations, you can check the link or you can visit us on our Facebook page. Okay, so without further ado, let's now begin with our lesson. Okay, for our learning competency, at the end of this video, we will be performing operations, specifically addition and subtraction on rational algebraic expressions. After this lesson, we will also have multiplication and division in the upcoming videos. Okay, so let's begin with our review. Okay, first let me ask you, how do we add or subtract fractions with different denominators? Paano ba tayo mag-add and subtract pag magkaiba po yung ating mga denominators? Ito na po yung tinatawag nating dissimilar fractions. So, how do we add dissimilar fractions? Okay, so to do that, we can have this example. No? Pwede nyong sagutan if you can still remember. And then, kung hindi naman po, let's find out yung mga rules natin. Okay? Una, find the LCD, then rewrite the fractions. Okay? So, ano po ang ibig sabihin ng LCD? Remember, this is the least common denominator. And in order for you to get this, you have to know the LCM or yung ating least common multiples. Okay? So, let's try. We have here the LCD. Okay? So, ano po ba ang least common multiple ng 6 and 3? Okay, 3 can be multiplied by 2 to get 6 and 6 can be multiplied by 1 to get 6. So their least common multiple is 6. Okay, so yun na po yung ating LCD. Now, itong LCD, yun po yung magiging denominator natin. And then what will we write here on the numerator? Madali lang po yan. You just need to divide the LCD by the first denominator. So 6 divided by 6. And then, we will multiply it to the first numerator. Okay, so 6 divided by 6 is 1 times 5. We will get 5. Now, for our second numerator, ganun pa rin po. We will use the LCD, which is 6, divided by our second denominator, which is 3. And then, we will multiply it by the second numerator, which is 2. So, 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 2. We will get 4. And then since this is already similar fractions, we can just copy the denominator and add the numerator. So 5 plus 4, ito na po yung second step natin, which is to add or subtract the numerator. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9 over 6. And our last step is to simplify the results if possible. So can we still simplify 9 over 6? Yes. So magiging 3 over 2 na po siya. By dividing both numerator and denominator by 3. You will get 3 over 2 or 3 halves. Okay, next let's have subtraction naman po. Okay, so again, let's find the LCD of 4 and 5. The LCD is 20. Okay, you can divide 20 by 4. You can divide 20 by 5 as well. Next, for our first numerator, what will we do? Using the LCD, which is 20, and then dividing it by 4, multiplying it by 3, you will get 15. Okay, ganun din po dito. 20 divided by 5 times 2 is equal to 8. So I repeat, 20 divided by 4 times 3 is 15. Next, 20 divided by 5 times 2 is 8. Therefore, you are now going to copy the denominator and then subtract the numerator. So it will be 7 over 20. Can we still simplify this, the result? Hindi na po. So ito na po yung magiging final answer. Okay, let's now proceed to addition and subtraction of rational algebraic expressions with different denominators. Using our review on addition and subtraction of unlike fractions, we are now going to use those rules. Halos parehas lang po yung gagamitin nating mga steps. Okay, so let's now begin with our first example. Okay, we have here addition and subtraction of rational expressions with different denominators. So example number 1, we have here 3 over 6x squared y cubed plus 5 over 8x cubed y. First step is to factor the denominators completely. Okay, so since these are monomials, these are algebraic expressions monomial, ang gagawin lang natin, we can actually apply the prime factorization method. So i-factor natin, these are the two denominators, 6x squared y cubed and then 8x cubed y. So ano ang factors ng 6x squared y cubed? We have here 2 times 3 for the coefficient 6. Okay? And then we have here for x squared, we have x squared, meaning x times x. And then for y cubed, we have y cubed, meaning y times y times y. Next, for 8, we have the factors 2 cubed, meaning 2 times 2 times 2. And then for x cubed, we also have here x cubed and then y. Okay? Kasi wala naman pong exponent si y except for 1 na hindi na kailangang sinusulat. Alright, now here, we are going to get now the LCD. Ito na po yung second step. Find the LCD, then rewrite the rational expressions. So in looking for the LCD, gagamitin natin yung mga prime factors na to. Okay? So let's find out the LCD. Ang kailangan lang natin kunin is yung mga unique na factors dito. At kung hindi naman siya unique, ang kukunin natin is yung may highest exponent. Halimbawa dito, we have 2. Meron ding factor dito na 2. Ang kukunin natin is itong 2 raised to 3 kasi siya yung mas mataas ang exponent. Next, for 3, since wala namang 3 dito sa second denominator, ito ang kukunin natin kasi unique siya sa dalawa. Next one, we have x. May x din dito. So, anong kukunin natin? Yung x squared ba or yung x cubed? Yung mas mataas ang exponent, which is x cubed. And then we have here y cubed and then y din dito. So, kukunin natin si y cubed. Now, pagsasamahin lang natin silang lahat, isi-simplify lang natin siya. So, 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8 because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Times 3, it will be 24. And then times x cubed times y cubed. Ito na po yung ating LCD. Now, kung gusto natin, i-apply yung LCM doon sa fraction natin kanina, we can do that in the numerical coefficients. Remember, ano pa ang LCM or least common multiple ng 6 tsaka 8? It is 24. You can divide 24 by 6 and you can divide 24 by 8 as well. And then, pagdating naman po sa mga variables, hanapin mo lang yung mga variables na may pinakamataas ang exponent. Halimbawa dito, x cube is, ito po ang kinuha natin. And then we have here y cube. Ito naman po yung kinuha natin. Plus yung mga unique na factors natin. Ganun lang po pag gusto nyo ng shortcut. Okay, now after getting the LCD, kailangan pa nating i-rewrite yung rational expression. So, i-rewrite natin itong ating rational expression using the LCD. Yun na po yung magiging denominators natin. And then for our numerator, i-apply din natin yung parang ginagawa natin sa fraction. So, we will divide the LCD by the first denominator. So, we have here 24x cubed y cubed divided by 6x squared y cubed. And then, imumultiply natin dito sa first numerator times 3. So let's try. We have here 24 divided by 6, we will get 4. And then sa mga variables naman po, remember, when we are dividing, we are just subtracting the exponents. So we have here 3 minus 2, that's why x here is raised to 1. 3 minus 3 is 0, y raised to 0 is equal to 1. So hindi na po natin kailangang isulat. Or in short, you just cancel this out. Next, multiply na natin sa 3. So 4x times 3, 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Tapos, idadagdag natin yung x. So, 12x. Next, dito tayo sa second numerator. We have the LCD, 24x cubed y cubed divided by 8x cubed y. Galing po dito sa second denominator natin. Our answer is 3y squared. 24 divided by 8 is 3. And then, we have here, cancel this out. And then, y raised to 3 divided by y raised to 1. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Okay? And then, multiply na natin sa 5. So, 3y squared times 5, it will be 15y squared. Next, ang susunod na step is to add or subtract the numerators. Okay, so we will now add the numerators since we have similar denominators already. So 12x plus 15y squared is equal to 12x plus 15y squared. Just copy the common denominator, which is 24x cubed y cubed. Since hindi naman pwedeng i-add itong dalawang to kasi they are unlike terms, hindi sila pwedeng i-pag-combine kasi magkaiba yung kanilang variables and exponents. So ganyan na po siya. And for our last step, we have to simplify the final answer. Huwag po nating kakalimutan. Kung kaya pang isimplify, isimplify muna natin. Okay? So, let's see. Dito sa numerator, kaya pa ba nating isimplify ito? Meron bang common monomial factor sa first term tsaka second term? Okay, meron po. Which is 3. Okay? Because 3 times 4x, you will get 12x. And then 3 times 5y squared, you will get 15y squared. So, finactor out po natin yung GCF which is 3. And then dito naman po sa baba, pwede rin natin itong i-factor para po meron tayong makancel with the numerator, no? So, 24, can it be divided by 3? Pwede. So, i-factor out natin si 3 and then maiiwan po si 8. Okay, remember, if we're going to factor this, we have 3 times 8 magiging 24 din po siya. Okay? So, finactor out lang natin si 3. Now, we can cancel yung 3 dito sa numerator and then sa denominator. Therefore, our final answer will be the remaining algebraic expressions, which is 4x plus 5y squared all over 8x cubed y cubed. Ito na po yung ating final answer. Okay, let's have example number 2. We have here 2b over 3a squared minus 4a over 5ab. Let's still apply the following steps. Okay, first step is to factor the denominators completely. So let's factor 3a squared and then 5ab. Okay, factor ng 3a squared, we have the prime factors 3 tsaka a squared. Factors ng 5ab, we have the prime factors 5 times a times b. Now, let's get the LCD from the factors. So we have here the LCD. Kunin natin yung mga unique na factors. We have 3 and then we have 5 and then dito we have a. Meron din pong a dito. So ang kukunin natin is itong mas mataas ang kanyang exponent which is a squared. Okay, and then we have, lastly, we have b. Therefore, our LCD is the combination of all these 4 factors. And then, ipag-combine lang natin by multiplying them. We will now get 15a squared b. 3 times 5 times a squared times b. 15a squared b ang ating LCD. We are now going to rewrite. We are now ready to rewrite them using the LCD. Dito sa baba, sa denominator, we have here 15a squared b. And then, i-divide natin yung LCD by the first denominator, which is 3a squared. Ito po yun. And then, multiply natin sa first numerator ulit. Okay, so 15a squared b divided by 3a squared is equal to 5b. Okay, 15 divided by 3 is 5. 2 minus 2, kaya mawawala na po yung a squared dyan, magiging 1. And then yung b, since wala naman siyang partner dito sa baba, isasama lang natin siya dito sa quotient. We have here 5b times 2b magiging 10b squared. Next, for our second numerator, using the LCD again, 15a squared b, divide natin siya sa first denominator which is 5ab. So, ang magiging sagot ay 3a. Okay? And then, multiply natin kay second numerator which is 4a. So, 3a times 4a will be 12a squared. Okay, next we are now ready for step 3, which is to add or subtract the numerators. Since this is subtraction, subtract lang po natin si 10b squared at saka si 12a squared. So, since they are unlike terms, we cannot do so. So, you just copy. Okay, 10b squared minus 12a squared. And then for our denominator, you just copy the common denominator, which is 15a squared b. Next one, we can now simplify the final answer if possible lang naman po. So, kanina sa example number 1, na-simplify pa natin. Pero this time, tignan nyo mabuti, meron po bang common factor dito sa 10b squared minus 12a squared na pwede nating i-factor out din dito sa denominator, na pwede nating i-cancel dito sa denominator. Okay? Wala po. So, therefore, ito na po yung magiging final answer na po natin. So, hindi po sa lahat ng pagkakataon ay sinisimplify natin yung final answer kung hindi po siya possible. Okay, before we proceed to the next examples, I have here an exercise for you for items number 1 and 2 para po mai-practice nyo yung napag-aralan nyo kanina sa example number 1 and number 2. You can pause this video while answering and then you can just come back later pag nasagot nyo na po so we can also check and then we can now move to the next examples. No? So while you are doing that, I'm going to play a short video for our teachers for our PowerPoint presentation products. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Let's now find out the correct answer for number 1 and 2. We have here, number 1, our LCD will be 12x cubed y raised to 4. I-divide natin sa first denominator times the first numerator, we will get 6y squared. Ganun din po dito, di-divide natin si LCD by 6x squared y raised to 4 times 7, we will get 14x. And then we will now add the numerators. We will get this one since hindi naman po pwede nating i-add. They are unlike terms. But can we still simplify? Yes, we can factor out the GCF, which is 2, na pwede nating i-simplify with the denominator. So 2 over 12 is just 1 over 6. Kaya since 1 naman ito, we just copy the remaining expression. So we have here 3y squared plus 7x, and then sa baba, it will be 6x cubed y raised to 4. For number 2, we have here our LCD, 6mn squared divided by 2n squared times 7m, we will get 21m squared. And then 6mn squared divided by 6mn times 5n, we will get 5n squared. Subtract natin yung numerators since they are unlike or dissimilar terms. Ganyan na po siya. And then can we still simplify this? Hindi na po. So ito na po yung final answer. Okay, let's now proceed to example number 3. Okay, this time we have here one of the rational expressions has a binomial in its denominator. So let's find out. Ganun pa rin po yung steps natin. First is to factor the denominators completely. So how do we factor a binomial? So let's have these denominators. We have x and then we have x plus 3. Ano po ba ang factor ng x? It's just x, okay, itself. And then ano po ang factors ng x plus 3? Ganun din po. X plus 3 din siya. Now, for the next step, we will be getting the LCD, then rewrite natin yung rational expression. So, the LCD now here, since unique naman silang dalawa, is sila din pong dalawa ang ating LCD. Combine lang natin by multiplying them together. So, we will get x times x plus 3, we will get x times x plus 3 din po. Okay? So, dalawang factor po yan, pinagsama lang natin. Next, we are going to use this as the denominator. So, isusulat natin dito in rewriting. So, again, we will divide the LCD by the first denominator. So, we have the LCD divided by first denominator times the first numerator. So, it will be x plus 3 since x over x is just 1. May iwan po yung x plus 3. So, yun po yung ating quotient times 5. So, here, pwede na nating i-distribute yung constant which is 5. 5 times x and then 5 times 3. Okay, yung distributive property natin. Therefore, magiging 5x plus 15. Next, ganun din po dito sa second numerator, the LCD galing po dito, no? Divide natin sa second denominator, x plus 3. Maka-cancel out si x plus 3. And then maiiwan si x. Yun po yung quotient. I-multiply natin sa second numerator which is 7y. It will be 7xy. Okay? Then let's now proceed to the third step which is adding the numerators. So how do we add this binomial and then monomial here? Okay? Ganun lang po. Pagsamahin lang po natin silang tatlo. So 5x plus 15 plus 7xy. And then, yung nasa baba is yung ating LCD or yung common denominator natin. And then lastly, we will simplify the final answer if possible. Can we add a term here? Meron bang pare-parehas na term dito? I mean, meron bang like terms or similar terms? Since magkakaiba sila ng variables at meron pang isang constant, hindi na po natin pwedeng i-add tong tatlong to. Therefore, ito na rin po yung ating final answer. Okay, let's have example number 4. This time, yung ating mga denominators, parehas na po na binomials. Okay, so proceed pa rin tayo sa mga steps. First step is to factor the denominators completely. So how do we factor the denominators here? The first denominator is x squared minus 25. And ano po yung natatandaan nyo pag nakikita nyo yung mga ganitong klase ng binomial? Yes, this is what we call the square of a binomial. Okay, kaya po ang factor nito is just the product of sum and difference of two terms. So we have here x plus 5 times x minus 5. This is a special product. Kung nakalimutan nyo na, we have a video on this. You can check out our previous video lessons on special product. Next, we have here x minus 5. So mag-isa lang po yan, kaya yan lang po yung ating factor. Now, for the second step, we will get the LCD. Ano na po ang magiging LCD natin? So, since x plus 5 is unique, isa po yan sa isang factor natin. And then, x minus 5, may x minus 5 din po dito. Since parehas naman po sila na ang degree ay 1, so you just get any of this. Isa lang po, no? And then, i-combine natin. We will combine these two. Ito na po yung magiging LCD natin. Okay? So, our LCD is x plus 5 times x minus 5. Next, we will divide the LCD by the first denominator. X plus 5 times x minus 5 divided by x squared minus 25. Pero itong x squared minus 25, it can be factored using our product of sum and difference of two terms. So, ang maiiwan na po dito is just 1. Okay? Bakit po? Kasi parang dinidivide lang natin siya sa sarili niya. Okay? And then, multiply natin sa 5x. So, 1 times 5x, it will be 5x. Okay? And then, dito naman po sa second numerator, using the LCD, i-divide natin sa first denominator, x minus 5. So, ika-cancel out natin tong x minus 5. Ang maiiwan ay x plus 5. So, x plus 5 times 4, you just distribute. 4 times x is 4x, and then 4 times 5 is 20. Kaya, magiging 4x plus 20. Okay, next, we will proceed to step 3, adding the numerators. But in this case, subtraction, kasi subtraction po pala yung ating operation. So, we will subtract 5x minus 4x plus 20. But in this case, since subtraction ito, we have to be very careful, no? So, 5x, lalagyan natin ng parenthesis si 4x plus 20. Bakit? Kasi i-distribute pa natin yung subtraction sign dito. Okay, so from 4x plus 20, magiging negative 4x minus 20 na siya. Remember, para nating minumultiply in distributive property. So minus or negative times positive is negative. Negative times positive is still negative. So magiging minus 4x minus 20 na siya. And then copy the denominator, which is the LCD. And then lastly, we will simplify the final answer if possible. Can we factor out 5x minus 4x minus 20? Ay, hindi po. Pero pwede nating isimplify. So meron pong parehas dito. 5x tsaka 4x like terms, we can operate 5x minus 4x, it will be x minus 20. Okay? So, ito na po yung ating final answer. Pwede rin po na yung denominator natin, instead of x plus 5 times x minus 5, pwede rin po natin siyang isulat as this one, square of a binomial. Kasi parehas lang naman po siya. Okay? So, ito na po ang ating final answer. Okay, again, before we continue, we have here another exercises for example number 3 and example number 4 para po ma-practice at ma-master nyo yung ating addition and subtraction. So, I'll give you time to do this. You can pause this video and then you can just check out later pag tapos nyo na po. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Let me now show you the answers for this question. So, number 3, we have here the LCD. And then, our first numerator, our second numerator. I-add lang po natin sila. And then, since these are all unlike terms or dissimilar terms, we cannot add the following terms. So, ganyan na po siya. And then, hindi naman na po pwedeng isimplify. Okay, for number 4, our denominators, we need to factor out ito. Square of a binomial din to. So, ang magiging factors niya is x minus 7 times x plus 7. And then, kunin natin yung LCD with the second denominator here. So, ang LCD din po ay x minus 7 and x plus 7. Okay? And then, we will now rewrite and then combine the numerators. Now, for our final answer, it will be x minus 14 all over x minus 7 times x plus 7. Or you can also write this in this form, x squared minus 49. This is a square of a binomial. So, ito na po yung ating sagot. Okay, and for our last example, we have here example number 5. If you notice, our denominators now are trinomial. Okay, so ganun pa rin po yung steps natin. First is to factor the different denominators. So, ang factor po ng ating first denominator, x squared plus 9x plus 20, is x plus 4 times x plus 5. Anong method po yung ginamit natin dito? This is actually the factoring general quadratic trinomial since hindi naman po ito special product. Okay? And then dito po sa second denominator, ang factors naman po ay x plus 3 times x plus 4. Now, kung nakalimutan nyo na po kung paano mag-factor using this technique for general trinomial, you can go back to our previous lesson on factoring quadratic trinomials. Okay? Now, ito na po yung mga factors natin. Sulat lang po ulit natin dito sa baba. And then, we will now get the LCD. Okay? So, ano yung mga unique na factors natin? We have x plus 4. Since may x plus 4 din dito, hindi siya unique. Pero kukunin lang natin is yung isa. Okay, next one, we also have here x plus 5. That is a unique factor. And x plus 3, that is also a unique factor. Pagsamahin lang natin yung tatlo, ito na po yung magiging LCD natin. So, you just rewrite the algebraic expression using the LCD. And then again, i-divide natin yung LCD by the first denominator. Kung ano po dito ang wala, yun po yung magiging quotient. So, which is x plus 3. And then, imumultiply natin sa first numerator, which is x. So, i-distribute lang natin si x. X times x is x squared. And then, x times 3 is 3x. Therefore, it's x squared plus 3x. For our next numerator, we have here the LCD. I-divide ulit natin sa second na denominator. So, again, sabi ko nga kanina, kung ano yung walang kapareho na factor, yun po yung magiging quotient. So, meron tayong x plus 3. Meron din po tayong x plus 4. Ang walang kapareho is si x plus 5. Yun na po yung quotient. And then, imumultiply natin kay 4. So, 4, i-distribute lang natin. 4 times x and then 4 times 5. So, 4 times x is 4x and then 4 times 5 is 20. So, 4x plus 20. And then, we can now combine or we are now going to subtract the numerators. So, pagsamahin natin, we have x squared plus 3x, galing dito, and then minus 4x plus 20. Again, we have to be very careful with subtraction. So, magiging minus 4x minus 20 na siya kasi para nating dinistribute. So, negative times positive is negative. Negative times positive is still negative. Okay? And then, copy the denominator. Now, combine natin ito. Meron bang mga similar terms? Yes, meron, which is 3x tsaka 4x or negative 4x. Therefore, magiging x squared minus x minus 20. Okay? And then, kaya pa ba natin tong i-factor out para ma-simplify pa natin? Okay, can we factor x squared minus x minus 20? Okay, yes, we can still factor it. It will be x minus 5 times x plus 4. Anong factoring technique ito? Ganun pa rin po yung factoring general quadratic trinomial. And then sa baba, yung ating LCD, can we cancel a factor? Meron po. We have x plus 4. Yan ang pwede nating i-cancel. Si x minus 5, ang maiiwan sa taas. And then sa baba naman is x plus 5 times x plus 3. So our final answer, ito na po, x minus 5 all over x plus 5 times x plus 3. Yun na po ang ating final answer. Okay, now let's have the last exercise, no? Para ma-practice nyo po yung last example natin, lalong-lalo na po at ito ay involving trinomials na po siya. Okay, so I'll give you time again to do this. Try to factor the following and then simplify your final answer as well. Okay? So, good luck po sa inyong pagsagot. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Pakita ko na po yung tamang sagot for our practice. Okay? So, let's have the LCD. We have x plus 1 times x plus 3 times x minus 5. Okay? Di-divide natin dito sa mga factors ng first denominator times the numerator. We have here x times x minus 5. Ganun din po dito sa second numerator. Next, we will now multiply. So, x times x and then x times negative 5. Ganun din po dito. So, we will get x squared minus 5x minus 3x plus 9. Pinagsama na po natin. Kinumbine na po natin siya. So, magiging x squared minus 8x minus 9. And can we still factor this out? Yes. Pwede pa po natin tong i-factor. So, magiging x minus 9 times x plus 1. Okay, meron ba tayong pwedeng i-cancel from the numerator and denominator? Yes, ito pong x plus 1, maka-cancel out ito. Ang maiiwan na lang po is x minus 9 sa numerator. And then sa denominator, we have x plus 3 times x minus 5. Ito na po yung final answer. Okay, so I hope nakuha nyo po ito. ang key na kailangan nyong gawin dito or tandaan is yung mga factoring technique pa rin po natin. Okay? So wag po natin kakalimutan yung mga previous lessons natin kasi related pa rin po siya sa mga pinag-aaralan natin at the moment. Okay? So para mas ma-practice nyo, I have here a separate activity, another activity. I'm not going to show you the answers anymore. Kung ito po ang ginagamit ng mga teachers nyo sa inyo pong mga classroom, ipapakita na lang po yung sagot later on. Okay? So, try to do this. Good luck po sa inyong pagsagot. And I hope may natutunan po ulit tayo sa ating video lessons for today. Okay, so that's it for now. For our upcoming lesson, we will be having multiplication and division of rational algebraic expressions. But for now, thank you for listening and I hope to see you again on the next one. God bless for now and bye-bye. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.